Today I'm going to talk to you about Sugarloaf 2013's Lightshow. Let's check it out. So first off, we have the light board, one of the most important parts of the system, which is what I use to control all the lights. During a normal evening performance, I control the sliders manually, bring them up and down, setting different levels for different channels, and do that live. But during the light show, it's too complicated, so it's actually all programmed in, and then played back as a series of instructions to the lights. There's also a haze machine here, and the haze machine puts out a very steady mist of fog that fills the stage and allows us to see the light beams in the air. The fog actually, because of the wind that kind of lives here every night, it kind of pulls the fog over the wall and back behind the hill. So I actually have some effects back there, which we'll talk about in a moment. On stage, we have LEDs that line the back wall. And it's actually LEDs in a lot of places around here, including the sides. And then there's even some uplights here. And the LEDs use red, green, and blue colors that can combine to make different colors. In the center here, we have a barrel scanning type of mirror effect, and it has actually a barrel of mirrors, as you can see, and it can pivot, it can roll, and then inside the body is a light source that shines through colors and shapes called gobos to create various effects. On either side of the stage, we have moving lights, which I'm borrowing from Kyle. And these moving lights are a little more sophisticated. They have the ability to pan back and forth and can tilt. And inside the body are a variety of effects, kind of stacked up, and the light source in the back shooting through the front, and can do colors and shapes, can divide up the beams of light with prisms, stuff like that. And then we have some simple effects, like just these everyday floodlights, which I use to kind of blind the audience at points. And dimmer packs, which send power actually out to the lights, in the case of conventional lights. LEDs have their own sort of control system that they can dim kind of using their own circuitry. The Sugarloaf sign is hit by this light that's kind of off to the side of the stage, right here. And behind the wall, we have quite a bit of stuff going on here. So there's these lights on the ground that shoot up, and their goal is to hit behind that wall. So when fog comes overhead, I can light around, sort of an aura around the wall, as opposed to these other lights, which are on stage, which sort of light the area on the stage or the wall itself. And if you look in the video, you'll see moments when behind the wall kind of pulses with light. There's also this structure back here. It stands about 20 feet tall, and it's leveled out with dirt underneath on platforms, and counterweighted with giant barrels full of water. And then above there's sort of black rope called tie line, which secures it to trees to kind of keep it stable. But on here, it's a bit of a mess, but we have, again, we have our dimmer packs to control some lights. We have a chase controller, and what a chase controller does is it turns on and off an outlet one at a time in a series. And it does that over and over really, really fast. Or really slow, depending on the speed. I chose to do it fast, and I had to run out to my sort of strobe effect. And the way I achieve that is I take ordinary 8-foot fluorescent lights, and I've hung them up vertically on these poles, and send them to the chase controller. And I tell the chase controller to turn on and off really, really fast, making those strobes. In the very back here, we have all the way back here what I use as a tunnel effect. At the same time, I use the green laser. And the tunnel effect has this nice tight beam of light, and inside is a pattern, a gobo, which rotates and can project sort of this twisting tunnel of light. And it goes all the way back to that wall. On top of the structure here, we have some more LEDs, a mirror ball, which has lights below here, hidden behind the wall, that project up onto it, and then a few more effects lights. And everything has a continuous stream of data, daisy-chained, going through the whole thing. So it goes in and back out, goes in, back out, each light, each instrument, all the way through. And all these together combine to make the Sugarloaf 2013 light show.